It's Hosanna Rodriguez coming to you again for another Beatrix Potter Tea Time Book Club. This is now week 6. I really hope you've been enjoying all of the activities we've been doing for these weeks, and I hope your notebook is looking creative and you've been having a great time. I'm so glad you're here with us. First of all, I'd like to introduce you to a few friends of ours. Just a moment. Friends from last week, Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail. Last week, week 5, we read The Tale of the Flopsy Bunnies, and the craft was a simile sack. So you could write similes or metaphors in the sack. This was included in the craft page, and if you signed up for this book club, then you should have already received it. And then when you open it, you have your animals and your vegetables with the similes and metaphors that you wrote on them, right in the sack. Now this week, we're getting to The Tale of Tom Kitten. This week we are reading The Tale of Tom Kitten, and you'll see how hard it is to be a little kitten. You'll also see how hard it is to be a mommy cat. So look who we have. Tom Kitten and his mother, Tabitha Twitchit. You see the soap in her hand? She's ready to wash her kittens. But the question is, will the kittens stay clean? Stay tuned for that story. In our live tea time this week on YouTube, we shared some etiquette tips. Number 1, hold the teacup by the handle. Don't cup your hands around the teacup with pinky finger down. That's what the experts say. Number 2, stir up and down, not in circles, gently folding in the sugar and milk. Make sure your spoon doesn't make noise by hitting the sides of the cup. You hear this? You don't want to do that. Number 3, don't drink from the teacup with your spoon in it, or leave your spoon in your teacup. After you've stirred your tea, put your spoon on the saucer. So we don't want to sip like this big spoon hitting us in the face. And we don't want to leave the spoon in the cup, because if people are reaching across to get their little sandwiches or some fruit, they could easily hit this handle of the spoon, and guess what goes flying with tea on it all over the table. Okay, and now for the literary device. Have you heard of onomatopoeia? That's a big word. How many letters is an onomatopoeia? Onomatopoeia is the word that describes the natural sound of the thing described. This makes the description more expressive and interesting. You'll find a lot of examples of onomatopoeia in children's literature. During our live tea time this week, Christina read some of Mr. Brown Can Moo, Can You, and it's full of onomatopoeia. This week's craft will be to make a Tom Kitten vest. I know he had a jacket in the story, but for this craft he's wearing a vest. And what you're going to do is, it's going to look like this on the piece of paper. You cut around it, you glue this side to the notebook, and then you can decorate the front of your vest as creatively as you'd like. And then when you open it, you're going to put some buttons in there. And the buttons are included on the craft page, and you're going to write your own examples of onomatopoeia. Are you ready for some fun animal facts? Today, I'm going to share some fun facts about cats. A male cat is called a tomcat, and a female cat is called a queen. Cats greet each other by touching their noses together. They have rough tongues that they can use to clean and groom themselves. And they have 5 toes on each front paw and only 4 on each back paw. Now, in this Beatrix Potter Book Club organizer, there are some other activities in case you want to get this and use it at home. You can make sachets. They made scented paint. They decorated cards because the last time we did this book club, years ago, we did it just before Mother's Day, so that made a nice card for the moms. And we did a button trail search, and then there's some other pages for some notes that you want to keep. It's very handy. If you want to take a look at this, get your own copy, you can go to letslearnkids.com and you can find it there. The snack we had this week was croissants, fresh fruit, and tea. Our tea was a pomegranate white tea from Trader Joe's. Now next week's story will be the tale of Mr. Jeremy Fisher. This frog is probably one of my favorite frogs. See you then.